What up, my nines? It's DJ Nine the Truth here, back with another video. Yes, the lion is back.
Lion!
I'm back with another video. Today's video, nines, is not going to be a react. Today's video is going to be me sharing footage from the virtual roundtable that I did for the film American Skin. If you haven't seen my react for the movie American Skin, go ahead and check it out. It's gonna pop up here. Mad dope movie. It's out right now. You need to go check it out. You need to check it out. It's mad dope. So, wanted to share some of the footage to let y'all see the roundtable experience. It was amazing. It was fire. If you haven't seen my first video of 2021, it's gonna pop up here. In that video, I pretty much let you know how I even got the opportunity to participate in the roundtable. So go ahead, check it out to get the full backstory. In this video, I'm just gonna be sharing the footage with y'all so y'all can get the full experience of the virtual roundtable. I'm gonna share the second Zoom meeting that I was able to take part in with myself, 3 or 4 other YouTubers, and Nate Parker. So gonna just share the footage. I'm not gonna be in the video. I'm just gonna share the footage with y'all. So go ahead, check it out. I'll be back. Peace.
All right, we're recording now. So we can start, we're gonna start in the order that you guys kind of jumped into the meeting. We're gonna first start with Bradley Baker.
First of all, I would like to say thank y'all for the time today, and I appreciate it. Thank you for giving the voiceless a voice, first of all. And I received a lot of hate on my comments in my comments on my review video for the trailer, my reaction video. I had family members that are in law enforcement and friends that are in law enforcement, and a lot of them think that this film is just going to be a one-sided film just for the black man or just for the victim. I thought it was going to be that way as well. I didn't think that this movie was going to be one of those movies where it's like it was going to be even-sided, but it was very even-sided. In the beginning of the movie, Officer Randall, he was so tough with your son when he had his gun out, but by the end of the movie, he was crying.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No, I'm not gonna spoil nothing. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. I'm just saying. But that dialogue when you opened up the floor for everybody, I think that was some of the most powerful words that I heard in a film on everybody's part. But I want to speak on the 3 officers because a lot of people think that this movie is gonna be one-sided, just speaking on the black man's perspective or the victim. By the end of the movie, you feel some type of way about the officer and all that stuff, like good or bad. But the 3 officers in particular, Officer Randall, like at the end of the movie, like he's distraught and he's soft-spoken. You broke him.
We're spoiling, bro. I got so much love for you.
I'm sorry. But,
killing me. He's like, okay, so the end of the movie, like, nah.
I'm sorry. No, but that second officer, he was like being politically correct, but he was trying to like defend his team, like defend the badge. And then the 3rd officer was just like flat out, like didn't care. Anything you said, he had a rebuttal for, but their rebuttals for what they were saying, they were justifying their actions weren't like nothing solid. Nothing was like could stick against the wall. It was all objective or ideologies that were taught. Did you purposely do that for people to see the 3 different perspectives? Because like that first officer, Randall, like I said, he was soft, and then the middle dude was trying to be politically correct and play both sides. And then the officer, Reyes, just didn't care at all. He was just flat out racist. Like, I don't like y'all. This is what we're gonna do. Did you do that purposely?
Of course, and don't forget the black captain. You know, I think that we often try to look at the law enforcement conversation as one of KKK racist cops that get up and just want to kill black people and destroy black flesh. And yes, some of them do exist. I think the biggest conversation is around a system of policing that marginalizes, subjugates, that intimidates and controls black bodies, and it's designed to do what it's doing. Far too often we hear these statements of, you know, this bad apple, you know, or this or you know, that guy's an idiot. No. Let's be real. Who are we? You know, where does the police system come from? You know, this is not they were controlling black bodies when we were on the plantation. They were patrolling the block back then. So what we're seeing right now is the generational curse of that. And it's cursing them too. Which is why you can have a person that looks like us going to law enforcement with all the right intention. I'm going to change it. I'm going to fix it. And then in a year, they got the baton out breaking the black man's legs. Why? Because they have subscribed to that ideology. They've bought into the idea, programming, as we talk about in the film, that we are less than. You know, Carter G. Woodson says, when you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions. That's what we think. So when you see the black police captains like, well, this is what, it's like, bro, do you realize that you are a part of a system that is destroying us, that is decimating us? You've bought into that hook, line, and sinker. You know, so what I wanted to do is represent all the different faces of that system. So you couldn't just say, that is no cop's going to say, oh, of course they show the KKK cop. No. If a person's a good man, can they be a bad cop just by virtue of doing the very thing they were trained to do? Absolutely. You see it every single day. You know, so I want it to be an indictment of the policing system, not just an indictment of a guy, because we do that far too often. We'll celebrate when someone loses their job. Good, he killed someone. He looked like good. Then they should lose their job. Lose their job? Like we're celebrating that one person when the machine of policing is pumping out widgets that kill black people. Someone's going to take his place tomorrow. Because there's no accountability. There's no accountability because we're not trying to deconstruct the system that perpetuates that behavior. So the film, and I'm not going to do the spoilers. I'm not going to the end.
That was my fault.
No, look, hey, bro, I'm just messing with you. I got nothing but love for you, bro. I'm just saying to say it's important that we don't let anyone off the hook. That everyone, even the Latino brother, the Hispanic brothers, you know what I mean? It's important. That dialogue doesn't happen. There's a lot of people don't understand a lot of the dissension and contention that exists between black and brown is entrenched in the prison industrial complex. A lot of the behaviors and attitudes we have between each other comes from prison, which is another broken system that is designed to make us hate each other. So, because if there's solidarity across black and brown, it'd be a wrap. Everybody knows that. You know, so to answer your question, absolutely. You won't see a frame in this movie that I have not thought about and pained over and wrote and rewrote over and over and over. I interviewed countless cops, and every single one said the same thing. I'll talk to you, but just don't say my name. I will speak under condition of anonymity. Why? Because they know if they're going to tell the truth, that a lot of the things that they don't talk about and things that we suspect are not conspiracy theory. We know we get profiled. Everyone does. And them talking about it, like, yo, like there's administrative policing, you know, and then there's criminal policing. Well, where's that written in the book? It ain't written nowhere. Then where did those terms come from? Everyone just knows the terms. Right? If I'm in a nice neighborhood, I mean, this cop's telling me that. And some of them different colors of the people on this. We go into a nice neighborhood, it's administrative policing. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. He said we go into the hood or the jungle, get the fuck out of the car, get on the curb. Done and done. It breeds the behavior. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's crazy.
Who else got a question?
Oh, I guess it's my turn. I want to start off by saying thank you so much for doing this. You didn't have to go and do this at all. I was so just humbled and grateful to be a part of this. So my question kind of piggybacks off of what Bradley just said with no spoilers.
We love you, bro. We love you, bro.
All love. Because the film touches on so many important topics that need to be received and discussed, are you worried that some of those messages won't be received properly? Like, for example, between the conversation that you had to have with your son in regards to how to deal with the police, the idea of moving to a better neighborhood to avoid having certain situations happen, having those tough conversations, the dialogue between the Hispanic cops, the dialogue with the with the Hispanic female cop, as well as the black captain. and the actual system in regards to the job, you know, because he kept saying, this is what I was taught, this is what I was taught. Are you worried that some of those messages will get missed?
No, I'm not worried at all. I think that I think that is the beauty of art, is that it is a breathing, living thing. It's digital. You watch it again, you'll hopefully learn something more. You watch it again, you get more perspective. There will be people that don't want to learn and don't want to get better or don't want to heal. The reality is that, you know, no person, it is counterintuitive to give up privilege. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're cold, right, and the sweater you got, whoever gave it to you stole it from someone else, and the person that they stole it from comes up to you and say, yo, the sweater you're wearing, actually the person you got it from stole it from me, and I'm cold. Can I have my sweater back? You're gonna be like, whatever happened between y'all ain't got nothing to do with me and my comfort. That's privilege. That's how it works. So there are gonna be people that won't click the button and won't watch it anyway, because they don't want to be face to face with the thing that is really at the root of our issue. They don't want to be a part of a conversation. They just want, a lot of people just want to pretend that they're having it. How many times have y'all heard someone say like, oh, it's the conversation? No one's had this conversation. Bringing a cop to do a barbecue in the black community is not the conversation. It's not. Showing on Instagram of a cop hugging a small black kid and they both crying, that's not the conversation. I'm sorry. It's going to require rolling up our sleeves. That's the dirty work. And to further answer your question, this film, it leaves you with more questions than answers. No one film is going to be the solution. I'm not no hero. I'm not the answer or the savior, neither this film or anything I will ever do. I'm just trying to contribute to a much needed conversation. And in this case, by forcing the conversation. You'll never get a cop to say anything you ever heard in this film. Why?
No.
Because you know what they train to do when you step to them? You walk up to a cop, you pull up to a cop at a stop sign and say, hey, so what's the difference between criminal policing and administrative policing? Pull over. Let me see your license registration. It's don't have those conversations, right? However, if they were to have that conversation, I'm sure that they will be able to see in this film the DNA of what it might look like. And that's what I'm hoping for. You know, the reality of the situation is something don't change, we're going to keep getting killed.
Yeah.
And if we keep getting killed, at some point we have to do something different. It's like this, if the film is designed to be a cautionary tale, you know, where it says, look, this hasn't happened, but why keep rolling the dice? So do you want to run into the wrong father that loves his child so much that he's not going to take it, he's not going to stand down when you tell him whatever he feels don't matter? I mean, let's keep it real. Like, Michael Brown's dad is somewhere right now mourning, right now. So what are we going to do about that? There's no mistake that y'all are on this Zoom. I'm targeting young people. Y'all got it. I don't got it no more. I can make films, but y'all got it.
You still got it. You still got it.
Look, hey, I can make stuff, but it takes me six hours to figure out how to post. Oh, did I say the right thing? I'm reading it. Did I misspell a word? But, you know, my 22-year-old daughter can write a profound post and post it in 3 minutes.
Right.
Y'all got it right now. Y'all got technology. So it's like, as I hand it off to you, I'm like, look, take this as a contribution to the conversation and run with it. And I'm with you. I'm behind y'all, you know? So to answer your question, to come back full circle, I don't create art that I intend to make everyone comfortable with. That's not the meaning. That's not the point. See, Nina Simone said the art is supposed to reflect the times. I'm just reflecting the times. I'm just saying, hey y'all, this us.
Yeah.
That's a
and then I just go back to the lab and make something else.
That's a fact. You kept it 100 with that one. That was
absolutely
facts.
big facts.
That was 100. No time.
All right, who's next?
Shakir.
All right, I'm guessing I'm next. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Nate? Thank you so much for the opportunity, man, allowing me to speak with you. You know, I have my friend, he's a good friend of mine. His name is Solomon Quigley. He was a part of the Nate Parker Foundation about 2 years ago. Man, he gave me one of these opportunities of a lifetime, man. Just being able to sit down here and speak with you on a Zoom call is truly, truly, truly grateful and appreciated by you, man. But one of my main questions was, so specifically, I didn't get to see the movie yet. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the movie yet, but I plan to watch it tonight around 12 o'clock. And specifically throughout this summer, I would say past summer, back in 2020, we had the entire, George Floyd protest that was going on for everything with Black Lives Matter that was going on. And I definitely took a part in it. Probably about, I would say about 10 protests throughout the entire, like, I'd say month of June and May. And I'm also, I would say a good, technically, because you consider 22 young, I'm a young adult in Brooklyn, New York as well. And what I really wanted to ask is, what kind of objective do you want for the movie to have on, like, the young Black Americans or any young Black kid worldwide? Like, what kind of impact do you want it to stand for?
It was a good question. First, and thank you. I'm glad that you're here as well, brother.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed to be able to look at you and have you as a part of this. For me, the takeaway is change the narrative. And you've seen that hashtag a couple of times. You hear people saying these things, these buzz phrases like, be the change you want to see. All of these things have merit, but we don't always dig into those things. The way you feel when you leave this film, I want that to be connected to an action within the context of your capacity. If you're a DJ, if you are a writer, if you are a YouTuber, you have to ask yourself, how am I contributing to this problem or this solution? And guess what? Silence is an answer too. Silence is work. You can be putting in work by being silent. If you shut up when you should be talking, you're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I was saying something the other day. I was talking to someone, and some people, it's like some people want a fantasy in everything that they watch. They just want to escape, right?
Right.
So watch something that helps you escape, and no diss to that type of art. But you'll watch something that allows you to escape and then go back into the world, and then in a second you can just go watch the game. Oh yeah, the game is on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you watch things that tell you the truth. Then you leave and you want to change the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be able to lead us and then be like, oh yeah, so what's happening on P-Valley or whatever show. I don't know. And I'm not disparaging anyone. I'm just saying, if you can leave and not think about the film and go and watch a show, a great show or whatever, but you're not thinking about what you just saw, then as an artist, I failed. I didn't do my job. But if you leave and you can't stop thinking about what your specific contribution to our liberation looks like if that's what you're doing, then I've done my job. Like, even you, like, being able to break that down, you're like, boom, I recognize this many type of cops representing this many things. Like, that shows that you are engaged. You can take that back to all the people that when your inbox hating. All you can say to them is like, look, watch the movie. Matter of fact, even if you don't want to watch a movie, turn on the movie and just go to the middle. Push play for 10 minutes and then let me know what you think. Right?
That's a fact.
That's facts, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, the film is designed so you don't have to argue. You just be like, just watch the film and then, then we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
The call to action is do the thing you were designed to. How does your destiny intersect with the need of our liberation? And whatever that is, that's what you got to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Malcolm was like desperate. At the end of his life, he was like, we're in trouble. His quote on martyrdom. He's like, if I got to be a martyr, then that's what we got to do. He knew he was going to die. What's crazy is that all the people, so many of the people that have had the most impact, our elders or ancestors, that died, they died before they were the age I am now. Like, they came, did the work, took the L's, and got murked, and did it before 35. It's like, wait.
Man. Very true, man. It's mind-blowing.
Wrap your head around Dr. King giving speeches at 26, right? Watch it.
Right.
And literally motivating the nation. There's no mistake that we're coming out Martin Luther King's birthday. People try and front like Dr. King wasn't about resistance. Like, he wasn't about, like, he understood, like, yeah, I'm not going to be violent, but I know violence is going to be done on us. And I know people are going to see that. So violence was used even in his movement to move forward. He understood. And if you look at his, and we like to fetishize King, right? Like Dr. King just linked arm and said, "We shall overcome." Yeah. He also wrote, "Where do we go from here?"
Mm-hmm.
He also said, "I've integrated my people into a burning house." You get what I'm saying? But if we don't know that, how can we educate other people? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I said y'all got it. Like when I was 19, there were books I couldn't get my hands on. There was no Amazon. I was 8 today, well, but I was, you know, they didn't have no smartphone to get it. You know, you know, I can Guns, Germs, and Steel, or you know, They Came Before Columbus, or Faces at the Bottom of the Well. I can have these books to me in 12 hours from Amazon. Real talk.
You can have it in 2 seconds on iBooks.
Yeah, or 2 seconds on the iPod, right? That shows how old I am. I'm still talking about paper and mail. You know, so I think it's critical for you all to be introspective about your contribution to our liberation. It is not enough to just exist anymore. It is not enough. You are more equipped than we ever were. Imagine if Harriet had Twitter.
That's a fact.
Right? Could you imagine her be like, "You know what, man, watch this."
Yeah.
Y'all got everything at your disposal, and you got us, and you got me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about resilient? You want to talk about God's plan? Me on my knees every morning, that he gives me everything that I need to do the thing he has designed me to do? Y'all got that power in you, and more, because you got us. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you ask me what's the next step, the way you felt when you were done watching the film, the way you felt when you saw the trailer, Black Rage, there's a place for that. We're allowed. We know white folks allowed. They make sure we know. They make sure we know that their rage is justified to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're allowed to be angry. We're allowed. We're allowed to be emotional. We're allowed. And we're allowed to close the door and have conversations like this. We're allowed. Have our groups that we speak to, like I saw each and every one of you when you did your reaction video. We're allowed. Just don't forget that when you apply yourself to your destiny for our liberation. Just don't forget your power. This is about cultivating you. That's why I made the movie. I'm good. I made for y'all. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Thank you so much, Nate.
Of course, bro.
I think it's I guess I'm next.
Yeah.
All right, what's up? Hey everybody, how's it going?
Good, brother.
What's up, Jamal?
It's good,
You
everybody.
got the fire background.
Yo,
Oh, thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. First things first, I'll say my name is Jamal Jazz Ukwu. And I'm gonna keep mine simple. Well, I don't think my question is simple, but I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into it. But for starters, Nate, from all the stuff you've been in, and also seeing your first director movie, Birth of the Nation, and to where you are now, fire. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work. The question that I have for you, and this is my main question, based off the message of the film, the words that were exchanged between the characters within the film, were there ever times cast members had to take breaks between scenes, or was it a smooth process due to people accepting and understanding that the conversation taking place within the film is a conversation that needs to be had?
Mm-hmm. Wonderful question. The way I direct, the way I approach my art is through the lens of the village, you know, and people know that when I hire them. I don't hire people to come and get a bag. I say, look, if you're coming to tell this truth and step into this space, you know, you're stepping to a safe place, a safe that a place that hopefully will be used through this work to change minds and hearts, right? And whether it be Omari, who was my brother, Bo, Theo, all the people, Mo McCrae, the people we brought in, these are all people who recognize that. They know that in me before they ever showed up. So to answer your question, yes, there were times we actually have footage where it got so crazy and it got so emotional that we stopped, kept the cameras rolling, and then just had a conversation. So you had, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, and I want you guys to know this as well. A lot of those brothers that played the inmates just got out of prison. They were returning citizens, right?
Oh, wow.
Because I'm a big believer in the pipeline. Not only do we need to give attention to education, you know what I mean, and the fact that it's broken and things are being kept from us. The fact that so many of us are, you know, touch the legal system in ways that are negative, going through all the way through, whether it be foster care, all the things up into prison. That whole pipeline is a representation of who we are. So my whole thing, I'm not leaving anyone out. I work with a brother named Scott Budnick, and he has a company called ARC, Anti-Recidivism Coalition. And we were able to work with some of our returning citizens, some of our brothers, and put them in the movie. And I pulled them aside and said, look, when it's your turn to talk, I want you to harness every feeling you've ever had against the CO. Every feeling you've ever had when your humanity was stripped when you were pulled over, you were put on a curb, or you were put face down just because. And I want that to come out when you address these cops or these people in uniform. So, you know, the way I approached it was everyone got to be their most authentic self. And then when it got heavy and hard, we just stopped. All right, cut. Just roll the camera. Let's just talk. How y'all feel? The extras, some of the most profound comments came from extras. You know, we had a brother that was like, man, like, I work with like in like a jail for younger men and women, and he was talking about he was on his way to work. He works as like a counselor. He was on his way to work, and he got pulled over. Big brother pulled out of the car, and all of the worst things, and how it impacted him. And I think it was really great for us all to feel like a safe space could be achieved within our trauma. And it was helpful, you know? So, I mean, we're picking scabs, you know, we're taking Band-Aids off bullet wounds, and we're treating the wounds. That's what we got to do. You know, we're the only nation that has participated in the genocide and not had a reconciliation. You know what I mean? And that reconciliation is necessary. This ain't, like I said, this ain't the end all for anything. It's just a fragment that can be helpful to the work that all my brothers and sisters doing at Black Lives Matter, Color Change, and all these organizations. It's just, you know, just doing our part. So I hope that answers your question. We took lots of breaks when we needed to. I mean, so many things happened. One of my closest friends' brother got killed by the police while we were shooting. Got tased to death by 2 cops at the same time. And it was hard, you know, it was hard, you know. Then we lost John Singleton while we were shooting. I shot this in 2019 before George Floyd. You know what I mean? Like this.
Right. Yeah, because if you go Google search, it definitely says 2019 in terms of the date and year that it was shot in.
This film is 2 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So people like that. It's so timely. Yeah. But it would have been timely 10 years ago. If we're not careful, it'll be timely 10 years from now. Right?
Absolutely.
So, hopefully that answers your question, brother.
No, you did, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Does anybody have a final word or anything they'd like to say before we wrap?
Low key, I do, but I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna let everybody else. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody else go around first.
Okay, Bradley.
First, I would like to say your growth as an actor has been tremendous. I used to watch Pride every day in high school. My sister said, make sure you tell them to buy me a new Pride DVD because I broke her Pride DVD. I watched it so many times. But in promoting this film and everything that happened this summer and all these athletes standing up and speaking up and all that stuff, and I don't see anybody promoting this film, it hurts to see that, but that make me go even harder because I know that they got it out for you after that Birth of a Nation movie. And I know you're a great man and you're a great actor, and I'm gonna make sure I do whatever I can to make sure we get this new movie to #1 tomorrow. I promise you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you again for the opportunity. I did not think me doing the trailer react that I did would lead to this in any way, shape, or form. My coworker literally told me about the movie. I had no idea because, like he said, it's the promotion for the film is like not really there. But as soon as I saw the trailer, it just made me feel just so many different types of ways I had to make it happen. And I'm so grateful that I did. I'm so grateful that you did this. I'm truly grateful and humbled, and I appreciate you for this opportunity. Real talk.
Yes, sir. Oh man, my final words is, what can I say? This is really something of wonders. It is going to honestly impact the entire, United States, I feel, the world, I feel, and I feel like it's not getting the promotion it deserves to get. I agree with everything you guys just said. I've been watching a lot of like things on like YouTube in terms of like trying to see like things that are coming out in the media like currently, and American Skin is not getting what it deserves. I personally think this is really going to impact the entire United States. Just alone, man. And it's impacting me already, being that I'm a, young black kid from Brooklyn. I already feel like I need to do more to make change happen in my community, to make change happen in my, area, in the world. And you, Nate Parker, doing this movie is truly just inspiring me even more. So thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the opportunity. I hope Solomon does amazing things. I hope to do amazing things with him as well in the future. And I would love to also participate in the Nate Parker Foundation sometime. I'm an actor as well, so definitely would love to see it, man. Love to see you, work with you, work alongside you too.
Where I'm at, we can figure that out.
Yes, sir.
Right.
For my closing stuff, would I be allowed to ask another question or just keep it simple?
Unfortunately, we don't have the time, but
I
go
just
ahead.
want to make sure.
Go ahead and ask. The question is instead of a comment, ask the question. I'll just be brief with the answer.
Okay. Mine was just gonna be like, with the film being captured documentary style, how much creative freedom did you have with directing the film in terms of like how it will be displayed to the audience?
It's a good question. There was a tremendous amount of freedom. It was the only way that we can complete it. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of time. And so for me, I wanted it to feel almost found footagey, where if someone from another country got a hold of it and didn't know who I was or the actors, they feel like it was plausible that this was a documentary put together by Shane's character, Jordan. Because I think, and that's why we break the wall so many times, break the fourth wall. Usually you never see people look into the camera. And we probably do it 30 times. Because what it does is when you break the fourth wall, it acknowledges the audience member and brings them into the conversation. So it makes people perceive things differently. So there's no glass like the zoo. You know what I mean? You're not feeling like I'm watching a zoo and all these things happen and I'm just on my little ride. You think, wait, the wall's behind me because he just looked at me, which means I'm inside of this, which means it's going to impact me differently. Okay, thank you. And so we also used various forms of the medium. We used Red cameras. We used Alexa. We used camera phones, stick up, GoPros, dash cam. We used every camera known, and sometimes 5 cameras at once. I just tell everyone. I had some of my MPF students, in there. Jahir Costa, like he had a camera. He was doing sound. It was just like a free for all, because I said, I'd rather it feel authentic and capture real moments. Some of the moments you see that are captured were authentic reactions. And in classical coverage, you'd have to get one person, turn around, get the other person, hope that you can get an authentic reaction from the person who just gave the reaction when they were off camera. So we did cross coverage. We did all kinds of stuff to really give the authentic feeling to the audience member. So we I try to break things when it comes to creating really authentic feeling art. I try to ignore the rules so it feels more real.
Thank you for answering that, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Of course, brother. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
you.
support. We'll be in
Y'all all stay
touch.
blessed and safe.
Thank you guys very much.
Stay safe.
Thanks, guys.
Stay safe.
Thank you guys
All right.
so much.
Right.
Stay safe,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome back, Nines. You just witnessed the roundtable interview, part 2. I hope you enjoyed the footage. It was a very amazing experience. I truly hope you enjoyed it. I truly hope you got the message of it. I'm not going to hold y'all too long for this outro. But yes, the movie is amazing. If you haven't seen it already, go ahead and check it out. This movie is everything. This movie is just a must watch for everybody. Everybody, you feel me? Don't matter the color of your skin. Everybody needs to watch this movie. So everybody needs to check out this movie. It is everything. It forces conversations that you don't want to have, or that you may want to have but were afraid to have. Watch this movie. Watch this movie with others. Expose people to this movie. Just take what you can get from this movie. Just take something from this movie, because it is so, so important. I don't really have anything to say to close this out other than the virtual roundtable experience was amazing. It was everything. I would love to do another experience like that again. It was amazing. Being able to be a part of that experience altogether, it was mad dope. Big shouts out to Nate Parker once again and his team and the cast and the other YouTubers involved in the virtual roundtable. I learned so much from participating in the roundtable, and it was just an overall great experience. I really don't have anything to say outside of that. It was an amazing experience. I truly hope you watched the whole interview that I shared with you. I truly hope you watched it. To be able to hear from his own mouth, his mind and his thinking on certain aspects of the movie and what he was trying to do and the message and all of that, it is amazing. It is just everything. It gives you a different type of insight to the movie, especially if you haven't seen it, but you need to see it. So make sure you check out American Skin. Once again, I am going to keep saying it. Check out the movie American Skin. It is dope. It is everything. This message in this movie is just too important. I'm not gonna not keep saying it. You need to check out this movie, American Skin. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Once again, guys, this experience, it was everything. It was amazing. I'm truly thankful. I'm truly humbled, grateful, all of that. And then some, to be able to participate in that, it was just everything. I'm just so grateful that I was able to take part in something like that, you feel me? So it was everything. I hope to do another like that again, hopefully. I hope you watch the movie. Once again, American Skin. It's out right now. Go watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the full video. Check it out. Let me know in the comment section if you have seen the movie, how you feel about the movie. Let me know in the comment section also if you have reservations about seeing the movie, if you haven't seen the movie. Let me know in the comment section also if you have seen the movie, any conversations that you want to have on different situations without giving any spoilers in the comments. Let me know. I am so open to getting different perspectives and to start the conversation. We have to start the conversation. We have to force those hard conversations. So please, if you have seen this movie, and if you haven't, any comments that you have, if you've seen the trailer or if you have seen the movie, drop it in the comments. I'm ready. I'm very open to talking about what goes down in this movie, you feel me? So let me know in the comment section below. Once again, let's get this conversation started, you feel me? We gotta change the narrative. Hashtag change the narrative. Once again, I hope you watch this video in full. Once again, I hope you go check out American Skin. It's out right now. Big shouts out to Nate Parker. Big shouts out to the cast of the movie American Skin. Big shouts out to all of the other YouTubers that were included in this virtual roundtable. Much love, much love. Alright, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, join the squad, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. Got videos coming at you every Tuesday and Friday. Vibe with the truth. Alright, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up for me. Vibing with the truth. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Till next time. Peace.
Bitch, I'm crazy. Bitch, I'm crazy.